Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel here on YouTube. It's the Flamehead here, and we're back for another favorite songs video. And this video is going to be for favorite rock songs of the 2000s. I grew up to rock music in the later 2000s. Not metal, just rock music and hip hop, but this will be a list for favorite rock songs of the 2000s. So let's not waste any more time and begin with the video. Okay, so the first song on the list is going to be Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. This is from their album 1X. And I fucking love this song. This is an amazing song. I love how the song starts up with the acoustics, ends with the acoustics. Then later on in the song you get this electric guitar coming in and sounds amazing. Such a great song. The song is about suicide thoughts, isolation, and just feeling like you're alone and just not want to be alive anymore. So it's definitely a deep song for the band and fans of the song, myself included. So Never Too Late, amazing song. I loved the song ever since I was a lot younger than I am now. So, amazing song. Definitely had to be here. Next song is Let Me Go by 3 Doors Down. This is from their album 17 Days. Definitely a good album, but this is my favorite song off that album. Such a great song. And one of my favorite songs by the band 3 Doors Down. Great song. Really love the chorus. It's very catchy. Be wanting to be headbanging. Just having a good time. So, definitely a great song from 3 Doors Down. Definitely one of my favorites from this band. Next is Over You by Buckcherry. A really good song again. I'm not sure which song off of the self-titled album is my favorite, but Over You is probably my favorite on that album. Other good songs though, like It's Not Over, Home, What About Now, Crashed, and some others. But Over You, such an amazing song. It's a breakup song. And in the chorus, the protagonist is pretty much talking about that they've moved on and found someone better. So it's definitely a difficult song that people go through in their lives, but still a great song at the same time. So Over You by Buckcherry, definitely had to make this list. Next is Breathe Into Me by Red. This is from their debut album, End of Silence. Probably my favorite album from the band, but they got other good albums though. But yeah, Breathe Into Me was the first song I've heard from this band. I probably heard it back in the day as a kid. I just didn't know the name of the band or the song or even the album, because back then I didn't really pay attention to the stuff like that. I would just listen to music on the radio or TV, but I probably heard this on the radio back then, because I did hear rock music on radio stations back in the 2000s. So that's probably how I discovered this song. But definitely a good song, so I had to put it here, guys. Next is Watch Over You by Alter Bridge. This is from their 2007 album Blackbird. I love the song. They got other great songs, but Watch Over You is probably my favorite song from the band, or at least top 5 Alter Bridge songs. So, the song is amazing. I definitely love it. You got a very powerful chorus. Amazing vocals in that chorus from Miles Kennedy, the lead vocalist of Alter Bridge. So yeah, I love the song. Such an amazing song, and it just brings out so much emotion. So, definitely an amazing song. You gotta check it out yourself to know what I mean when I say that. But yeah, Watch Over You by Alter Bridge, definitely had to be here. Fucking love this song. Next song is Not Meant to Be by Theory of a Deadman. This is from their album Scars and Souvenirs from 2008. But this is my favorite song from the album. It had good songs on it too, like Hate My Life and Bad Girlfriend, but I like Not Meant to Be better than both songs. Other songs aren't bad, I just think this is my favorite song when it comes to the singles, and probably from that album. So, yeah, this song is a song that's about a couple that aren't meant to be together. And I just love the song. I've loved it since the day that I heard it back in the later 2000s. So, this song had to be here. Amazing. One of their best songs. Easily would be in a top 10 video for Theory of a Deadman. Such a good song. Next is Rain by Creed. This is from their album Full Circle, which was definitely an underrated album. But Rain was one of the singles, and definitely a great single. Creed, they just seem to get a lot of hate from a lot of critics and others alike. But I think they got good songs, including Rain, off their Full Circle album. So Rain's a great song. Been a fan of it since I've heard it back in the day again. So this is a good song. They got other good songs in that era of the 2000s, but I went with Rain because it's one of my personal favorites from the band. So that's why I'm putting it here. Good song for sure, though. Next is Better Than Me by Hinder. This is from their album Extreme Behavior. I didn't go with Lips of an Angel because I think that song is overrated and overplayed. And it overtakes their other songs, to be honest. Not a bad song itself, but I think they got better songs, including Better Than Me. So that's why I went with that song for this list. I love this song. I remember someone I knew used to have this album on CD back then, and I would hear it then and even hear it probably on the radio and other places as well. So definitely an amazing song and one of Hinder's best songs. Next is Shadow of the Day by Linkin Park. This is from their album Minutes to Midnight. I know Linkin Park was more of like a nu metal band when they first started out, but they did transition to more like rock music in the later 2000s, especially with their album Minutes to Midnight and including the song Shadow of the Day. I love this song. This is probably my favorite song on the Minutes to Midnight album, or at least top 3 favorites. Such an amazing song. Chester's vocals on this are just great. Sings his heart out. The chorus is powerful. So if you struggle with a lot of things in your life, then you can definitely relate to this song, because I definitely can in my own right. So, Shadow of the Day by Linkin Park, of course the song's here. Yes, it's not nu metal for Linkin Park, it's more alternative or alternative rock, but still definitely an amazing song, so I had to put it here, since it's one of my favorite Linkin Park songs of all time. Next song is It's My Life by Bon Jovi. This is from their album Crush, which it's not one of my favorite Bon Jovi albums, but I still thought it was a good album, including the song It's My Life. So, I definitely remembered hearing this back in the day, and this is one of the songs that got me into Bon Jovi when I was younger in the later 2000s, and I'm glad that it did, because it's a great song, and it's a song that I'll never get tired of hearing. So, It's My Life by Bon Jovi definitely had to be here. Good song. The next song is Rock and Roll Train by AC/DC. This is from their album Black Ice. Rock and Roll Train was a good song. It's definitely a fun song to listen to. You'll just be wanting to bob your head or headbang the whole time. So, definitely a good song. And it's probably my favorite song that AC/DC put out in the 2000s. So, that's why it's here, guys. Definitely a good song for sure. Next song is Pictures of You by The Last Good Night. This is from their only album called Poison Kiss. I don't really know their other songs very well, but I did grow up with their song Pictures of You. I first heard it off of the compilation album Now 26, which was released in late 2007. My personal favorite Now album of all time. Why? Because it's an album I grew up with and has a lot of good songs from different artists, including Pictures of You by The Last Good Night. But this album is part of their album Poison Kiss. So, definitely a good song. I love this song a lot. It's a song that you can relate to in your life, especially if you're missing someone and can't see them anymore and all that. So, definitely a good song though, so I had to put it here, y'all. Next song is Whatever It Takes by Lifehouse. This is from their album Who We Are. They got other good songs on an album like Broken and First Time and some others, but I went with Whatever It Takes because this is one of my personal favorite songs from the band in general. I just think it's an amazing song, and they just put so much into this. So, Whatever It Takes, I love the song, and it's one of my favorites off that album, so that's the reason why I chose it for the list. Definitely an amazing song, though, from Lifehouse, and one of their best. So I had to put it here, y'all. Next song is Second Chance by Shinedown. This is off of their album The Sound of Madness, which is my favorite Shinedown album, but They got other good albums too, like Amaryllis, Leave a Whisper, and many others, but definitely a good band. This was the song that got me into the band back in 2008 when I first remember seeing the music video on TV. And I've been a fan of Shinedown ever since. I fucking love this song. And I'm glad it's the song that introduced me to Shinedown because this song is powerful. Brent Smith's vocals are powerful, and it's just an amazing song in general. So, I just think the song definitely should be on a list like this. So, that's why I'm having it here. Next song is Here Without You by Three Doors Down. This is from their album Away from the Sun. This was a great song. This was another song I grew up to. I would hear it on the radio and other places. So, amazing. One of Three Doors Down's biggest songs, but for good reason. It's an amazing song. In the chorus, protagonist is saying that he thinks about his significant other all the time because she's not around. And he's pretty much feeling alone and lost without her around. So it's definitely a deep song. So, Here Without You, I had to put it here because this song is amazing. Next song is Far Away by Nickelback. This is off their album All the Right Reasons, which is an overhated album. No, it's not their heaviest album ever, but it's definitely a lot of great songs though, including Far Away. I love Far Away. This was another song that I was hearing growing up, and it's one of my personal favorite Nickelback songs of all time, so that's why I put it here on the list. I love this song. And it's a song that'll never get old, so I had to put it here, guys. Next song is Without You by Hinder. This is another great song by Hinder. This is off their album Take It to the Limit, which I don't know every single song off of. I only know Without You. But maybe one of these days I'll check out the other songs off the album. For now, though, Without You remains my favorite song off the album because it was a great single and such an amazing song. So, Without You by Hinder, of course, has to make it here. Such a great song, and I think it should have been a bigger hit, but it was still a great song for the band. Next is Right Here by Stain. This is off their album Chapter V, or Chapter 5, however you want to pronounce it. Definitely a great song. It's one of Stain's heavier songs because once it gets to the chorus, you got these heavy guitar sounds, and it just sounds great, you know. So, yeah, Right Here, such an amazing song. Stain delivered on this. Good song. Next is In Loving Memory by Alter Bridge. This is from their album One Day Remains. I can relate to this song so much because I've lost loved ones like family members and that. But this song is about one of the band members losing their mother. And I've lost loved ones in my life. Like I lost a parent, I lost a grandparent, I lost an aunt. So I can definitely relate to the song myself. Such a beautiful song. So it's another song that had to be here because I can relate to it, and I just love listening to the song, and it will bring out a lot of emotions when you listen to it. So, In Loving Memory had to be here. I love this song. One of my favorites from this band in general. Next song is Well Enough Alone by Chevelle. This is from the album Evanescence. Great song. I remember hearing this from one of the WWE games, I think it was back in the day, and that's pretty much how I discovered the song, but definitely an amazing song. One of my favorite songs from the band Chevelle in general. So, great song, great band, had to be here. Good song. Next is Home by 3 Days Grace. This is from their self-titled album. So another song from 3 Days Grace making the list. But yeah, Home was a great song. I know they had other good songs off that album, like I Hate Everything About You, Overrated, of course, Just Like You, and also the song Home, which I just mentioned. So, Home, amazing. Probably my favorite song off the album, so that's why I chose it off the list, and not any of the other singles. Not that the other singles were bad, but Home was my favorite when it came to the singles, and it's probably my favorite song from that album. So, that's why I chose it for this list, guys. Next song is No Surprise by Daughtry. This is from their second album, Leave This Town, which was a good album. Not sure if I liked it better than their debut, because their debut was good, but Leave This Town in 2009 was still a great album. So, I do prefer the album version of No Surprise over the radio edit because in the album version you get extra lyrics that were not in the radio edit. So I'm thankful that there's an album version because I will always choose that over the radio edit. I know the radio edit is probably more popular than the album version, but me personally, I like album versions more, so that's why I say that. But either way, I think No Surprise definitely deserves its place here. So that's the reason why it's in this list, y'all. Next song is Dance Floor Anthem, I Don't Want to Be in Love by the band Good Charlotte. It's such a good song. This is off their album Good Morning Revival, released in 2007. This was also included on that compilation Now 26, and it was the closing track to the compilation, track 20 of 20 songs. So that's another great memory that I have with that compilation, this song. Good Charlotte had other great songs in the 2000s, but this is probably my favorite song from the band that they've ever made. So that's the reason why I put it here. And fun fact, this is a departure from their pop punk stuff. And instead this is in favor of dance rock, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's cool that they went for something different with this song. And it delivered, because it's an amazing song. So, I'd put it here, y'all. Next song is First Time by Lifehouse. I know I mentioned this song earlier when I was listing off other songs off their album, Who We Are. But, yeah, First Time, that's a great song, also from the Who We Are album, but I do like Whatever It Takes more. However, I still think First Time is an amazing song itself, and definitely deserves to be here. So, I had to put it here, guys. And yes, this was another song that I grew up on, thankfully, because of Now 26. So, First Time, great song. Had to be here, y'all. I love this one. It's in another great song that Lifehouse made in the 2000s era. Because that band was big back then. And they deserved it because they had a lot of great singles, including First Time. So definitely had to be here. Next song on the list is How You Remind Me by Nickelback. This is from the album Silver Side Up. Of course, this is one of Nickelback's biggest songs to date. Peaking, I think, in the top 3 on the Hot 100. But definitely deserves it. Great song. I know this song was everywhere back when it first came out, but for good reason. Because it's a good song, and it's one of the biggest rock songs of all time. But for good reason. So, How You Remind Me off of Silver Side Up definitely should be here, because this is an amazing song. And it's a song that I first remember hearing either from the radio or from the Now 10 compilation, because this song was included on that compilation, Now 10. So, yeah, that's one memory I have with the song, How You Remind Me by Nickelback. Definitely a good song, though. Next is 45 by Shinedown, and it's from the album Leave a Whisper. My bad about that, guys. We'll get to the next song when we get to it. So, for now, we're going to mention 45 by Shinedown. This is from an album, Leave a Whisper. Such an amazing song. Brent Smith's vocals on this were very powerful. So, yeah, Leave a Whisper was a good debut album for Shinedown, but 45 was probably my favorite song off the album, so that's why I chose it for the list. But still a good album. I just think this is the best song from the album for me. Definitely deserves its place, though, because Shinedown are amazing. Next song is Hate Me by Blue October. This is from their album Fueled from 2006. This is definitely a great song. This song is pretty much about the protagonist feeling like his wife hates him because all the things that he didn't get to do for her in their relationship. So it's definitely another song that you can relate to, and it's such a good song, and maybe my favorite Blue October song, so that's the reason why I chose it for the list, guys. Such a great song, dude, for sure. Next is 1,000 Faces by Creed. This is another song from the Full Circle album. This song is extremely underrated. I think it's one of Creed's more underrated singles, but it's definitely great. I love the chorus. Such a great chorus. So, yeah, 1,000 Faces, definitely an amazing song, though. I definitely like the chorus where he says, You wear 1,000 faces, which one is you? I think that's how the lyrics go in the chorus, if I remember quite frankly incorrectly, but definitely a good song, so I had to put it here, y'all, because it's one of my favorite Creed songs again. Next song is Sorry by Buckcherry. This is off their album 15. I love this song. This song was one of the songs that got me into Buckcherry in the later 2000s. They're not a band I listen to all the time, but they got a small amount of songs that I like, including the song Sorry from their 15 album. This is a ballad, and the song, the protagonist apologizes to his wife because of the way he treated her and for not being in her life as much, probably from like touring and all that. But it's definitely an amazing song, so I had to put it in here, guys, because I love this song. It's a song that I'll never get tired of. Amazing song, Buckcherry. Next song is When I'm Gone by Throw Doors Down. This is off their album Away from the Sun, so another great song off that album. As y'all can tell, I'm a fan of Throw Doors Down, of course. They're a great band. So, When I'm Gone, I love this song. I've been a big fan of it since the later 2000s and early 2010s, because back in the early 2010s when I used to have mixes burned for me or make my own mixes, I had this song on one of those mixes. And it's definitely a great memory to me and the song. So, When I'm Gone, another amazing song from Throw Doors Down. Great song for sure. Next song is The Gift by Seether. This is off their album Karma and Effect. They got other good songs in the 2000s like Broken and Never Leave and many other good songs, but I went with The Gift because it's one of my personal favorites from Seether in general, so I had to put that song here. I love this song, and it may be my favorite off the Karma and Effect album. Yes, that's a good album. No, it's not my favorite Seether album, but I still thought it was a good album, including the song The Gift as well. So, Gift is amazing. Sean Morgan just delivers with the song. So, yeah. The Gift, such an amazing song from Seether. So I had to put it here, guys. Next song on the list is Blurry by Puddle of Mud. This is off their album Come Clean. I fucking love this song. I remember when I first got to meet my dad in my life, and when me, dad, and his woman that he was with at the time, we were in the car, and I remember hearing a song, R.I.P. Dad. Such great memories back then, and that was one of my first memories of discovering the song. And I love how the song starts off with the guitar. It sounds really, really cool and beautiful and amazing. So, yeah, I chose this song over other songs off that album because it's my favorite song off the album. It's one of my songs that got me into Puddle of Mud. And another reason why it's on the list, instead of She Hates Me or Control or Drift and Die or other songs off the Come Clean albums, because this is probably my favorite song that Puddle of Mud ever did. Yes, they got other good songs, like some songs I just listed and off of their other albums too, but Blurry, a beautiful song, and a song that we all can relate to at some point in our life. So this song had to be here. I love this song, so it's got to be here, y'all, for favorite rock songs of the 2000s. I couldn't have this list without Blurry. Such an amazing song. So, the last song making the official list is Through Glass by Stone Sour. This is off their album Come Whatever May. I know Stone Sour is more of like a hard rock / metal band, but any genre of rock counted for this list. Not metal, just rock music itself. I know metal is a subgenre pretty much of rock music, but if I wanted to do a favorite songs list for metal, then I would just do it. So, there's that. But yeah, like I'm saying, Stone Sour, they're more of hard rock / metal, for that don't know. But this was a great song. This is one of their ballads, and I did hear from other people that this is one of Chester Bennington from Linkin Park's favorite songs, which is cool because it's an amazing song. And Corey Taylor, his vocals on this just sound amazing. And this is one of the best songs that Stone Sour put out during their time in the 2000s. So that's why I chose it for the list. Great song for sure. It's beautiful. It's an amazing ballad. And You get everything you want with the song. You get a more personal song from the band, if you want to say it like that. But it's definitely an amazing song, though, for sure. And one of my favorite songs the band ever put out. So that's why I chose it for the list. So yeah, guys. Since I didn't get to put everything in the list, of course, I know I left out a lot of good songs from a lot of good bands, but everything can't make the list, of course, so that's why I'll have some honorable mentions once this video goes out to YouTube. But other than that, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed it. God bless. Thanks for watching my video for favorite rock songs of the 2000s, and I'll see you next time. Peace.